Okay, I pull up high as fuck, right up front to where the venue was. Every time I look at her, she feel like I'm the only one. Only thing I care about is living life the best I could. Only wanna smoke and stay productive till the day is done. Pull up to my day.
Well, here we are yet again. What's going on, guys? My name is Robo, and I'm back today with another life story. In today's life story, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this story is fucking spicy. Today's life story is about the time that my dad found my weed. And just for a little bit of context before I really get into this story, I was a fucking dumbass. So it all starts out on a Friday. It's a beautiful day outside. I hop off the bus, and instantly, I link up with my good homie Zach. I haven't seen or spoke to Zach in like 4 or 5 years, really, since this story happened. So by chance, if you're watching this, what's good, dude? So anyway, yeah, we hop off the bus and I link up with Zach, and the plan initially was to go cop some weed off of this sketchy dealer that I used to know back at this time. Let's call this dealer Ronnie. So I hit up Ronnie and I asked him for 2 grams of his finest marijuana. So Ronnie gives me the green light to pull up. So me and Zach start walking to his house. Mind you, this is a trek. I'm a fucking, at this point, 230 pound individual. I'm not a small being. I am 14 years old. I am a very big being. This shit was ass! Bro, when I'm talking about thunder thighs on go, oh my god. Lost like damn near 20 pounds that one walk. So yeah, I'm like huffing and puffing and shit, and we finally managed to get to my dealer's house. I get to my dealer's house, I walk up his porch, I knock on his door, he opens his back door, he lets me in, and he shows me this weed. Mind you, I'm 14 at the time, so I wasn't really the most aware in the sense that I didn't really know what good weed looked like. That shit was built like some movie theater popcorn, dog, straight ass. And would you guys like to guess how much I paid for this absolute monstrosity of a sack? I paid 40 beans, bro. 40 beans. Like I said, I was 14. I didn't know any better. Let me tell you, I know a lot better now. So I'm hyped now. I finally got some weed, bro. And you know when you're like 14, 15, like when you just start smoking and you cop more than like a gram, you feel like you have like a half ounce. So we end up walking back to my homie Zach's house because he actually had to go home because he had to do homework or some bullshit, whatever the fuck we had to do when we were 14. We're just talking about some bullshit walking on the way home, and then the random thought in my head pops that, oh fuck, I don't have a piece. So I ask him, I'm like, hey dude, do you have any sort of bowl that I can have or any sort of piece that I can borrow for the weekend? He says yes, and I shit you not, he pulls out the smallest chode looking bowl I've ever seen and just hands it to me. The bowl part isn't really too relevant, but trust me, it'll come back in the story. So we get to his house, I finally say goodbye, we smoke a bowl. My mom finally comes and picks me up. Mind you, I smell like absolute fucking dank, and I'm like literally a 10 out of 10 high. So I hop in my mom's car and I'm just zooted. My mom was looking at me funny shit. She knew something was up, but my mom is more on the chill side, so she didn't really say anything. So I get home and I'm packing to go to my dad, and I'm sitting there and I'm like trying to scheme of ways that I can hide this weed, hide the smell of this weed, just anything that I can do. And like, you'd think I do the logical 14-year-old thing to do and just Google search it, right? Or look up a YouTube video. Nah. I just threw the weed and I threw the bowl in this random ass sock in my bag. And I felt so goddamn smart at the time, if only I knew. So the time comes around that my dad finally comes and picks me up. I throw my duffel bag in his trunk and I don't think twice about it. I don't think of the smell. I don't think of anything like if my dad's gonna say anything, nothing. Yeah, I was just sitting there looking like a straight dumbass listening to, what the fuck was out at the time? I think I was listening to, Drake and Future, What a Time to Be Alive. That's still such a good album. And at this point, I started to get some weird vibes because my dad was really quiet. And normally, my dad is the complete opposite, always. My dad has always been a very extroverted individual, so like, he's always very social and just out there like that. So we finally get to my dad's house. At this point, I think I'm in the clear, so I'm fucking hype. I drop my little raggedy ass Adidas duffel bag right in front of the staircase. I walk into my little room that my dad had for me at the time, and I was like, alright, bet. Now it's just a waiting game. Because now the plan was that I was gonna smoke with one of my homies. But the idea of that kind of got shot down in literally a snap of a fucking finger when my dad walked over to me and asked me, randomly, never did this by the way, randomly asked me if I needed to do any laundry. So now I'm just confused as fuck. My dad starts walking downstairs towards my bag. I put 2 and 2 together and I'm like, oh fuck, oh no, I have so much weed in my bag. So he rips open my bag and at this point I know it's game over. And literally without any hesitation, this man literally fucking Hawkeye fucking laser beams out this one sock. Then and there, I was just trying to scheme of reasons to why that was in my bag. So he picks up the sock, he feels it, he feels the bowl and the weed, and he just looks at me with the straightest face and he goes, "What's this?" And I'm just sitting there like, oh, I don't fucking know. I was giving this man every excuse in the fucking book. I was even hitting him with the, it's not mine, it's my friend's. Looking back at it, at the age of 19, almost 20, I was a fucking dumbass. So he takes it out and he obviously finds the weed in the bowl and he's just sitting there looking at me and he hits me with the, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. And listen, as a kid, that hits so much more hard than if your parents are mad at you, bro. I was on my pure depression mode after that point, just say on go. But all I really did after that at that point was just walk around my fucking lake and just contemplate life. I was just really sad at that point. So I came back to the house after maybe 2 hours of just being by myself and reflecting on my actions. And honestly, at that point, my dad was treating it like it never fucking happened. So at that point, I was just a mix of confused and pissed as fuck. So yeah, after that, I kind of just made a statement to all my friends that I quit smoking weed. And we all know that was bullshit. I was right back at it, not even a fucking week later. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching this life story. It's been Robo. Please leave a like and comment. I will be back at it tomorrow. I'm out, guys. Peace. Oh shit, we're recording.